This is the Come Up Show where that feel-good music lives, real, recognized, real from our hometown, represent to the fullest. It's not only the Come Up Show. My homie Shad, kid, how you doing, sir?
Not too bad, man. How are you?
When Abraham went to slash Isaac, in a sense he baptized him. Rabbi said don't trust them cash prizes. Same things that float your boat can capsize it. Tell the snakes they can take a hike like gas prices.
Art can explain what language can, you know what I mean? What do you think it is about art that it can bring out those emotions that language can't?
That's just the magic of it, you know? I think that's why people love it. That's why people love it. Yeah, that's the mystical, magical aspect of it. And it's a great thing. It's a gift.
What is that lyric about? I'm a cynic, but I try to keep my heart warm.
That's about like, for me, that's about sort of like the struggle to try and like remain hopeful and remain positive. I think that's something that's a part of my life. It's probably part of a lot of people's life too.
One of your motivations to make new material is when you perform, right? What is it about performing that you love so much, man?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like I think about like when I think about going on tour, I'm never that excited.
Really?
No, I'm never that excited. But when I'm on stage, I have a great time. I can't explain why. It's just like I think it's just like I love music. I enjoy music, and performing for me is no different from like being in the crowd.
I listened to your interview with John Gomeshi on CBC, and you guys are talking about Kanye, and you say you love when like you really respect when Kanye is like, yo, I should have won that award, man. You know what I mean? And is vulnerable. Like, what, can you explain that to me, like that part?
Yeah, because that to me, people think that that's arrogance, but to me that's almost the opposite of arrogance, because like what he's saying is like, I'm hurt by this, like it's being really more vulnerable than anybody is really willing to be, and say, yeah, maybe it's childish, but it's like, hey, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm hurt, like I really wanted this, I really wanted you to appreciate me, and I actually don't think there's anything wrong with that, with somebody. I don't know, to me that's not arrogance. Arrogance is more if you're like, I don't care. It's almost more arrogant to be like, I don't care if you like my music or not. It's less arrogant to be like, I care, sincerely care if you like my music or not, because I made it for you. I was in the studio, I wasn't making this album for myself, I was making it for people. That to me is a more generous spirit. That to me is a more humble spirit. When somebody's arrogant, I think it's like, I don't know, you wonder about like their intentions, you wonder about like, I don't know, you're just not inclined to sympathize with them. You're not inclined to like, I don't know, just like feel them out, I guess. I mean, for me, like, I think when I think of what humble means, to me it doesn't mean like lacking confidence, it just means putting things are in the right context, right? Like I was talking with my buddy's class today, and somebody asked me about like fame and is it a big deal? Well, there's doctors that save people. What I said was there's doctors who save people's lives every day. They're not in the newspaper. I make songs, right? And I'm in the newspaper. It's like, does that really make sense? No, it doesn't. So I can't get a big head about it. It's like I'm just doing what it is that I do. Just like a doctor does what he does every day. He happens to save lives. I entertain people. At the end of the day, we both just go home and hope that we did a good job.
Poetically, 110-degree Memphis heat spitting steadily. Medically decapitate this rapper's face. Still won't get ahead of the other best will ever be.
Is it true that you were writing a paper on the global influence of hip-hop music?
It was actually a lot more about like media and hip-hop, yeah.
Media and hip-hop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Obviously hip-hop is global, right? Mm-hmm. Hip-hop is all over the world. People in China, Japan, whatever.
Yeah.
Why do you think hip-hop is still not seen, not seen, but why do you think it still might have that bad stereotype, and maybe a lot of corporate sponsors might not support it, or has a bad rap still when it's so global and it's everywhere?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I talked about that a little bit, like in the paper, which is basically just about like, it's like I think a lot of the media hasn't caught up to like the range of hip hop that exists. Like you and I know, because we're fans of hip hop music, that hip hop is A, global, B, like can be so many different things. But I feel like the like general media has not caught up to that.
And the album is TSOL.
Correct.
Where can they cop this, man?
Correct. You can get that in your stores. You can get that at iTunes. If you're in London, you can get it at Grooves right here next door. Yeah, coming out in the States in the fall.
Yeah, 'cause I see the people in the States are really, really, really wanting it right now. They're like, yo, where can I buy the album? You know what I mean? So, yo, Shad, keep representing for our city, London, Ontario, you know. This is the Come Up show that Feel Good Music lives. Real recognized, real signing up from Call the Office. Peace.
The drug or the JJS, I would say don't was reefer, but I would be too basic.